face to the moonlight. Let your memory lead you. Open up, enter in. If you find there the meaning of what happiness is, then a new life will begin. Memory, all alone in the moonlight, I can smile at the old days. I was beautiful then. I remember the time I knew happiness. Let the memory live again. Daylight, I must wait for the sunrise. I must think of a new life, and I mustn't give in. When the dawn comes, tonight will be a memory too, and the new day will begin.
Hey everyone, how is it going? We are live here on YouTube with another character design. Today's character is M is for Munkustrap, one of the cats from Andrew Lloyd Webber musical Cats. So I had a handful of M designs that I was toying around with. I was thinking of just a generic monster, the Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland, Miguel from Coco, Michelangelo from the Ninja Turtles, Max from Secret Life of Pets, or a minion from the Minions. Or I could have done the Halloween design, the Mummy. So yeah, I chose Munkustrap, one of the cats from Andrew Lloyd's Tony Award-winning musical Cats. It is a cosplay design that I had created 2 or 3 years ago, I guess. I belong to a cosplay group in DC that does almost monthly photo shoots throughout the year, and they were planning a cosplay photo shoot at the Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C. And I thought, hey, I should do a cosplay design that could have been on stage at the Kennedy Center. So I played with the idea of something from The Lion King, Phantom of the Opera, Beauty and the Beast, and I decided, let's give cats a try. And not only did I decide I was going to give it a try, but I would make the costume myself. And one of the primary pieces of the costume is the wig. And I had seen on the pictures in YouTube, it was a yarn based wig. And I thought, hey, well, I could give that a try. So yeah, I made this wig. Let me just say, it took a lot longer than anticipated, and it still needs to really be combed out and thinned out. It's a little bit too bulky. It's more of a very hot winter hat, sweater on your head. So yeah, I need to sort of refine the wig so I could wear it a little bit longer. And it took a lot longer to create the wig than I had anticipated that day. I was up till like 3 a.m. the night before our cosplay photo shoot, finishing the wig, trying to get enough hair, figuring, well, I'll get the front half of it, and if the back half is a little sparse, that'll be okay for the photo shoot. I can live with that. And it just seemed like it was going so terribly slow, one bundle of yarn at a time. And as you comb out the wig, you comb through the yarn to sort of separate the strands of yarn. It sheds, but it sort of comes together and looks a lot nicer. So I spent 20-30 minutes yesterday sort of straightening it out and giving it a little bit of a makeover from having been in storage for 2 or 3 years. But the rest of the costume I did myself as well. I had seen a lot of the videos, and I think like when schools do cats, a lot of the kids, they decorate their own leotard for the character, that they'll use some paint markers and scribble all over it. I mainly use some airbrush paint for fabric paint on it, and I gave it the stripes. I should go back and give it some bolder stripes with the marker that just give it that right effect. When I originally did the cats, when I do cosplay in general, my goal is less about being screen accurate and more about being recognizable as the character I'm intending. And my goal for this one was to look like I belonged on the set of cats. Munkustrap was definitely one of the inspirations for it, but I wasn't trying to be that cat in particular. I just wanted something that looked like, hey, you belong on the set of cats. And I remember that day doing the photo shoot that a lot of the patrons at the Kennedy Center was open to the public. We were just there as a group running around in costumes and with photographers. And I remember people were like, oh, is Cats coming back to the Kennedy Center? Are you advertising the show? And I'm like, no, we're just doing a cosplay photo shoot. I hope it comes back. It's a great show. So it was a fun cosplay to do, and I think having done it at the Kennedy Center was all the better. So, Munkustrap is one of the cats from the musical Cats, and he is described as a silver or gray tabby cat. He is the leader of the Jellicle cats in the absence of Old Deuteronomy. He has a narrator role in the musical, and he gets to break the fourth wall, explaining the plot to the audience and introducing a few of the featured characters. The musical Cats was composed by Andrew Lloyd Webber, and it was based on the 1939 book of poetry, Old Possum's Book of Practical Cats by T.S. Eliot. The musical premiered in London in May of 1981. In the the London production ran for 21 years with just shy of 9,000 performances, and the Broadway production ran for 21 years with just shy of 7,500 performances. And those statistics make Cats the longest running musical in both London and Broadway, at least at the time. They may have been surpassed since then. So in the story, it is a tribe of cats called the Jellicles, and it is the night of the Jellicle choice. And at the end of the night, one of the cats in the production will get to come back in a new life. And it is Munkustrap who gets to tell the story of how they're gathering, and that they will get the choice of coming back as a new kitten. So yeah, I love going to theater, both musicals and plays, comedies, dramas, yeah, whatever. I like seeing the big productions, and I remember as a kid, Cats was one of the shows that was I remember the commercials for it, and you hear the performance of Memories on the commercial. So, but it was like 20 years later before I actually got to my chance to see Cats for the first time on Broadway. Well, I guess not at Broadway. I saw it in DC, either at the Kennedy Center or at the Warner Theater, National Theater. Yeah, one of the theaters in DC had Cats, and that was my first opportunity to see it. So, Andrew Lloyd Webber is famous for a number of musicals that he had composed and worked with different artists on the lyrics. So yeah, he began his career in 1965 when he was 17-year-old, and he was introduced to Tim Rice, a composer who collaborated with him on several shows. Their first production together was The Likes of Us, and the two of them worked together on Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat in 1968, Jesus Christ Superstar in 1970, Evita in 1976. So yeah, they had several shows that they worked together with, and Andrew Lloyd Webber continued to work on great musicals with other lyricists and other artists. So Andrew Lloyd Webber is also known for The Phantom of the Opera, 1986, Wizard of Oz, 2011, School of Rock, 2015, and his newest one, I believe it's the newest one, Cinderella of 2021. So yeah, Andrew Lloyd Webber, Cats the Musical, Munkustrap. Yeah, I can't always remember exactly how to pronounce his name. So this is our cat balloon. He's a Jellicle cat, ready for the Jellicle ball. He doesn't have this great head of hair like I do, but not everyone can have great hair. So until next time, see you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. Thanks for watching.